Welcome back to the third part in the series of mine and Joe's adventure along the southwest coast path. The end of the previous episode saw us arriving in Land's End, approximately 256 miles from our start location. Our goals for today were to pass the Minnock Theatre, a world famous and unique venue that sat on the coast path. From here we'd then pass through Mousehole, amongst other small Cornish towns. That's good. That bit's like normal, see? And this bit is like, dunno, Mediterranean.
Seaweed there makes it look like the forest moon of Endor.
Yeah. Right. Follow the knot.
It's very remote and quiet.
Spam for sardines. You ever tried spam, Joe?
Not to my knowledge. I bet I have. I just can't recall it.
Do you want
The first we crack it. Oh. Freshly washed shorts, now graced the presence of sardines and tomatoes. Cheers.
I was going straight in the mouth.
Oh, I'm going to put it in.
How was it?
It's all right. It's on the edge of flavour. Like you can discern a flavour slightly, but it's not overpowering. That's for sure.
Better or worse than corned beef?
Oh, it's nowhere near as good as corned beef.
Corned beef is the best.
Corned beef is my boy.
It's like a little sandwich maker. The high temperatures just turned everything to dust. All our socks had turned black, and the path had become quite slippy in places. Summer was well and truly underway, the paths were becoming overgrown and we often lost our way. Look at that. What a place. Instagram. Reality. Oh, it's so hot. You're getting sweat in my eyes. Oh, that's so annoying. The solution is not hot days. Getting hot wet, put it back in the head. Most of the towns we were passing at this point were just small little fishing villages. And you're reminded that even in Cornwall, people choose to live so far away from real civilization, and I don't think I blame them. After walking for hours in the heat, I come to this little bit of trees, and this is unreal. Oh, it's only maybe like a few degrees cooler than everywhere else. Oh, but it feels amazing. I hope this lasts for a little bit anyway. Oh, a rather unexpected challenge that we haven't come across before. Big bit of bog. Been very kindly offered to sleep in a guy called Robert's garden today, guy we met in the pub. He come and he's got the loveliest cat in the world. Like a dog. Hello. Come here. Alright, so after spending the night in, a very nice man, Robert, we went to the pub's garden. Had a bit of a lie-in again, didn't mean to. We're trying to head off towards Penzance today. It's about 19 miles, so we'll see if we do it. I mean, it's going to be very hot again, so not the end of the world if we don't. In an ideal world, be at Lizard tomorrow, which is a halfway point, but might be the day after when I see how we go on. So if anyone who knows the actual southwest coast path, the Lizard is not the halfway point, but me and Joe thought it was for literally the entire first half of this walk. It's a Cornwall tragedy.
No. A dead plastic. As I think.
Better hurry up. We're gonna get wet. So, had a long day today. It's been really warm. It's been about 25 or 26, and we're just sort of 3 miles away from Porthleven. It's a really nice sort of place to be near for the festival, and driving through it and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that will be about 19 miles we've done today, which we're really happy with. It's been so warm. Had lots of breaks. 8 cans of fizzy drink each. But I'm running a bit low on food, so I'm going to try and push through. I don't know where Joe is. A little while back there. Try and get there before the shops close so I can get a nice bit of food. Oh, so tomorrow we'll be at the Lizard. Only about 12 miles, I think, from Porthleven. I might be wrong, but yeah, which would be amazing. Halfway done. Oh, shut up, Rob. And then the rest of it is just heading our way back home to Poole. Don't know how many litres of water you must have gone through today. I reckon I've been through about 7 or 8 litres. So lucky having these little coves, every bit of headland you come around with ice cream shops and stuff. So as much as it feels like we're doing this big adventure, which we are, and a lot of the time we're in the middle of nowhere with no one around for ages, we come back to and we touch on reality or touch on civilization for a little bit, and get picked up with Cornish pasties and ice creams. Which is really nice, but I don't know. I mean, if the towns were just a little bit further spread apart, this walk would be a completely different ballgame. It's so hard balancing the amount of water you need for both the walk with the weight, and then also for the night and the morning and to get to the next town. Didn't really think of it before I did the walk, but it's a big learning curve. It's good. So here we are arriving at Porthleven. It was such a good feeling arriving at places like this with a bustling atmosphere after a hard day. It felt almost like a celebration for our steps. And I don't think the video does this donut justice. It was absolutely huge, and I thought it would be a great start to the day. It made me feel absolutely dreadful, and I had to try and walk it off over the next 20 miles. I don't know if this is it, but this might be the halfway point. I see a little plaque there. It's fairly comical, our misjudgment, when I look back at it. So thinking we made it to the halfway point, I decided to treat myself to a lobster dinner. I enjoyed it while it lasted. I didn't realise till the next day, so let me have my moment. So after reading the guide bit last night, we've realised that we're not actually halfway. I don't know why we both thought that Lizard was halfway. I feel like it said it in the salt path, Joe said, or I don't know. Oh, what was that? But anyway, we should be halfway today, which is going to be pretty anticlimactic. A place called Porthleven. We've been telling everyone being at halfway at the Lizard. So we're fucking idiots. Oh well, on we go. So, let me just get behind this wall. We're about, we must be about a week into these really hot conditions now. And everything is like bone dry. You walk along, you can just taste dust in the air from how hot everything's getting. There's been a few fires about near where we live in the Studland area. You can't help but think if you had a fire here, not these places would be pretty screwed. Vertical cliff on one side, and then just like a mile of vegetation on the other. Not sure what you choose really. Have a burn or have a jump. Weird thing to say. So after all the excitement of getting to the halfway point, I didn't actually take a video when we got there, but here's a few photos just to prove we actually did do it eventually. And to my credit, it does actually say Lizard at the top of the statue, so Our next goal in sight was Falmouth, the first really big town we'd come across on our journey. We camped that night near a place called Morwen Smith. We set our tents up in a bush and had baked beans with a bottle of wine. Absolute elite style living.
Beans and wine. Sublime. Beans and wine sublime.
It didn't feel particularly glamorous setting our tents up here, but it was really convenient and really close to the path.
What's up, man? Come down and groove town. Setting up cute cheeky little tents tonight.
It's looking good. Ready for two?
Good, man. I always look good.
Beans for dinner. Sleeping in the bush for dessert. Maybe thunderstorms tonight, but we will see. Look at the view. Well, yeah. Beautiful stuff.
Oh, 3.
It was 4 actually, mate. I'm actually editing this footage about 3 years later now, so I never actually got to see this clip until just here. And Joe, you absolute liar, look at this.
That was actually really good. You did like 7. No, I'm joking.
I never knew. The next bit of headland looked completely flat. The lack of hills was an absolute welcome. The much lower cliffs allowed us to touch base with the sea a lot more, so we found some peace in these little coves before moving on. Arriving in Falmouth with a bit of sun seems like a good place to end this video. Make sure you watch part 4.